Okay, this isn't scary at all. Rather large than the event last year, an awful lot more of you. So here goes. As it says up there, I am for my sins the payment manager for Murray Council, a job I absolutely love. It gives me responsibility for anything in finance that begins with a P, and obviously that includes procurement. It's through that role that I was asked to sit on the STP board to represent the north of Scotland. And I've been doing that, as Gillian said, since 2016. And I've seen the programme grow and grow, particularly in the north. And I have to say this event is evidence of that. We had 400 attendees last year. I think 1,100 have registered for this year. I'm not sure how many of you have actually made it through the door yet, but I know when I left the Murray Council stand, there was a queue. It's been a long time since I've had a queue in front of me to come and speak about procurement. So, given the success of last year, I'm guessing that a few of you are back for a second go. Yes? No? Well, which was a shame because it meant I couldn't dust off my presentation from last year and just give you it all again. I had to come up with a new one. So this year, I've concentrated on explaining who Supplier Development Programme are. As I appreciate that some of you are registered suppliers, so you may have already heard this before, but for your newbies out there, I thought it was worthwhile going back and having another look. For a national programme aiming to reach all SMEs, to promote public procurement, it has at the core a very small team of four, who are supported by the Scottish Government and indeed their programme members, of which Murray Council is one of them. What this small organisation lacks in resources, they make up for sheer enthusiasm. I don't know if you've all met Gillian, our team, yet, but please go and visit her stand. And if you haven't, come and visit mine at Murray Council. Technology is not my thing, so did that work? No. Okay. So what do Supplier Development Programme do? Well, this is the explanation you'll find on the website. Supplier Development Programme is a business support initiative using training and information to improve the competitiveness of local businesses. And this is their sales pitch. If I pick up the buzzwords from this and the last slide, it would be support, training, SME, third sector, information and public sector. They sum it up, but for you, the supplier, I think you should grab your attention to the words grow your business and improve competitiveness. But for me, the word that really sticks out is free. So, in order to explain who we are and what we do, I thought we'd take a little wander around the website. It's easy, it's SDP Scotland. Sorry, I need a drink of water. And you'll see from the top four tabs, events, training, resources, news and projects, and regional members. That's what I'm going to try and take you through just now. The first one being the events and training. If you take a quick look at this, you can check out the events and training tab that will give you a list of the current 72 planned training and procurement events until May 2020. But for last year, it was interesting to note that over 2,700 businesses took part in the training that we actually provided. That's either webinars or face-to-face training. And that accounted to 3,316 individuals. It's a lot of training. We have 3 levels of training, from beginner instructions to tendering and how to use Public Contract Scotland, that site you all know and love, to the more advanced topics like seeking feedback, improving your bid, and contract relationship management. I don't know if any of you have actually tried these training webinars. No? Yes. Moving on to resources, you'll find a number of guidance documents that have been developed. Getting started, business support, getting business online. And the one I hope you'll never need to use is when things go wrong. But that will take you to the supplier's single point of inquiry where you can access independent advice. News and projects is just that. Information about what has and is going on, and where you'll find a piece on last year's Meet the Buyer North, which I'm glad to say I didn't see much of me in. And once Gillian has had a chance to edit the comment, you'll see the piece on today, including my embarrassing piece to camera. I apologise for that. Finally, we have the regional members, where you'll find a page dedicated to all our programme members. I have to admit, please don't go and look at Murray's. It's not the best one that's there. It's not as impressive as some of the others, but that's down to my resources and not to SDP, because we have control of our own pages. But if you do take a wander down this tab, you'll find another public sector organisations, and indeed since last year, private sector organisations who have become members. You'll get an outline of the members' organisation and contact details. Hot off the press though, is exciting news that the SDP website a new one is under development and due to go live on the 7th of October and officially launched at the National Meet the Buyer event on the 13th of November in Glasgow at Hampden Park. So if you haven't had enough with this one, you could always go to that one. It still has the 4 tabs that I mentioned previously, but all the information will be there, but it's more slicker, more interactive, and it'll have videos to highlight the experience of some of our members and suppliers who have been winning contracts and benefits of attending our training and events. Also new to this site is this page, which is an expansion of our registration. We're now offering registration to all non-SMEs. There are 4 tabs there, so depending on who you are, you'll get varying benefits. You just need to click on the relevant one to you, and you'll find behind it the benefits that you will reap by becoming registered. And don't worry, no matter who you are, whether you register or not, you'll still be able to attend Meet the Buyer North next year. So I'm committed to another one. Okay, the finance person in me cannot resist using some numbers. Got to have some numbers in your presentation. At the moment, we have more than 13,500 registered members, SMEs. But a quick Google told me that in Scotland, there's over 300,000 SMEs. So we're proud of our registration, and as good as the numbers are, we're a long way from being satisfied. Although we have to recognise that not all of these 300,000 SMEs would want to do business with public organisations, but if you're anywhere in that supply chain that does work for us, so if you work for somebody who works for somebody who works for us, understanding public procurement can only enhance your relationship with the main contractor. And you'll never know, it might one day lead to you taking the plunge. Please don't believe all you hear. Public procurement is just a transparent process that protects the public pound and gives you, the supplier, fair and level playing field. Let SDP support your understanding, and you can start that today by speaking to any one of us that have come with a stand. And there's a range. We've got councils and other public bodies like Forestry and Land Scotland or Forestry Commission in Old Money, Transport Scotland, Highlands and Islands Airports. We've got Centre of Procurement expertise with us. We've got Scotland Excel and APAC. We've also got procurement hubs like Scottish Procurement Alliance and Crown Commercial Services. And we've got private sector companies who are looking to expand their supply chain. From my point of view as Head of Procurement at Murray, there is a number of areas where for us the future is not just about what we call business as normal. There's an expansion of early years, the extra money that the government's putting into nurseries, etc. The exciting potential of a local growth deal in Murray, which has yet to be totally finalised, but we know it's coming our way. And our focus on digital and care and a council transformation project, which is taking us in directions that we've previously not gone in. Expansion in these areas will undoubtedly lead to opportunities for you, the supplier. All of us today will have similar stories, anyone on those stands, and they'll share one common aim, to engage with suppliers. So please, you guys, come and talk to us. Although when I left my stand, there was a queue, so I don't know whether you'll get in to talk to me. What else will you get from today? A number of presentations and SDP workshops. So if you've not been on one before, here's your chance to try one out. why don't you give your vocal cords a rest and come and see what we've got to say? But before I go, on behalf of NewSDP, I'd like to extend the thanks that Gillian gave to our headline partners, Scottish Government and Highlands Enterprise. Without their support, Meet the Buy would not be delivered. This is what's going on today. Please, that's in your pack so you can see what's going on. And I think it's all going to be held here, Gillian? Yeah, in this breakout area. So if you can just check what you're wanting to do and attend. Thank you.